So our next topic is editing cell content. For this, you have to select the cell you want to edit. Select the cell you want to edit, but before that we can enter some values, say name, marks. So if I am writing here Amita, Namit, and I am entering some value here. If I want to change my cell, so one option is go to this address bar, and here you can enter the value and the value will be changed. So you can select the cell you want to edit. After that, you can select a cell by clicking over or going through the arrow. Go to this cell. Go to formula bar and type the new content as I have told you. Press enter. The new content will be replaced. And the second one is you want to partially modify. So what you can do, either you can go to formula bar and change, you can go here, you can double click the cell. When you double click the cell, again click the cell. Once double click, it will make it into the editing mode. Then single click and change the content. So you can change your content completely or partially. One way to modify the content is press F2. That will make the content in the modifying mode. So in this way you can edit the cell, replacing the content completely or changing it partially. If you want to replace it completely, go to the cell and just start typing. It will completely change the content. Select the cell and write the content. It will replace the content completely. If you want to replace it partially, then select the cell, go to address this one at formula bar or double click the cell. You will come to the editing mode, change the cell. Next is the selecting a range. You can select the beginning cell and then drag it to the end cell through mouse which you want to select. You can see in the address, this one name box, B3 to B19 are already selected. So if you want to select a range which is not in the continuation, that I'll also tell. But if you are using a keyboard to selecting the range, select the first cell, press shift key, go to the last cell and click the mouse or press enter. It will select the entire range. If you want to select the range which is not in continuation, select cell, press Ctrl key and keep on clicking the cells you want to select. So it will select the non-continuous range of cells. You have to press Ctrl key while selecting the cells. So in this way you can select. Next point comes copying a range. For example, I am entering some more values here. So I am copying this cell range. Even you can press shift key and down arrow key to select the range, press Ctrl C and here you can copy. The entire content is pasted. This is copy the data from one range to another. Simply select the range, press copy, and even you can say right click, copy. From here you can copy, you can press Ctrl C, click on edit, click on copy and then paste. So for pasting, select a destination, click on edit, click on select the range and then click on paste. So it will paste all the cells which you have copied. Similarly, if you want to move the range, again select the range, right click, cut. When you say cut, it will move the range. It will move the cells from that location to another location. So difference between cut and copy is copy will make another copy at the different location, whereas cut just remove the cells from that location and paste to another location. Next is erasing, clearing ranges and deleting content. So when you work in Word, the difference between copy and cut is it will move from the location to another location in case of cut, that is moving cell range. In case of copy, it will copy from one range to another. Next is erasing, clearing ranges and deleting content. If you click here, if you say delete content, it will delete the content, but it is asking delete all. From the selection, you want to delete what? You want to delete the comments, or you want to delete formula, or you just want to delete the numbers. You can see what we have done. Delete content. Now it will leave the numbers, it will not delete the numbers, and it will delete rest of the things. Now if I said this, so numbers are removed, text is there. So this is one way of deleting content. If you select delete all, it will delete the entire content. Right click delete content or go to edit and select delete content, same dialog box will open. So if I want to delete everything, I will say delete all. It will delete my entire content. So in this way we can erase our content from the cells. So delete content is different from delete cells. In delete content, content is delete, but where in case of delete cells, our cells are deleted. So all cells are deleted, and in the difference between cut and delete is when you use cut, it will remove from that location, but you can paste it at another location. But when you say delete, it means you cannot copy it at another location, and deletion will clear the content from the original location. Now let's see for delete content dialog box again. In the delete content dialog box, you have option delete all. It will delete entire content. If you want to remove the selected things from your content, then you can remove one by one. You can make the checkbox unchecked if you want to keep that particular data in your cells. Next is naming a range. So naming a range is very beneficial when we have to select or when we have to apply some formula. Let's see how we can do. So here I am giving name to this range. So go to name box and give here name to a range. Now when I write one formula, I will say equal to sum select this range. You can see here marks is coming. So marks is the name of this range. If I click here, it is showing me the range, but when I click here, it is showing me the range name. So when I say equal to sum, and here if I write marks, you can see it is automatically coming. So it is finding out the sum. Now let's see once here 1, 2, 3. Now I want this cell to fill automatically. When I drag, it will automatically fill my series. Now suppose if I am giving some gap in between the values, and that is a regular gap, regular interval. So now when I drag it, you can see it is automatically filling by the interval of 4. So in this way you can fill a range. Another way is go to edit, go to fill and go to series. When we see this is direction down. You can change the direction. You can have up direction. Here start value is 2, repeat value is 4, and this end value is not specified. But if I write here, say 46 is my end value and gap is 4, series by type growth, and when we fill this, so it is exponentially increasing. It is growth means it is multiplying. 2 is to 4, 8, 8 is to 4, 32. So now when I drag this will increase accordingly. But as I have specified, 46 is my highest value, so it will not move further. Select it go to edit, go to fill, go to series, start from here, take as a 10, ending value say 100, increment by 10, linear, and then you can say OK. You can see it is automatically filling the range. So in this way you can fill the range, or you can drag it by using fill handle that we have already discussed. So when you drag it, for example, if we write here January and I drag it, it will automatically write the month name because this list is already created. So this is giving me weekdays name. So this is already created. We can enter month name and weekdays by dragging the series and dragging the fill handle. Your list will automatically fill. Similarly, if I write Monday, it will Tuesday will come automatically. And if I am writing here, say item 1, and when I drag it, it will automatically put numbers in front of the item number. So in this way we can fill our series and extend our series.